What's going on? Rob Fish here with BikeBandit.com. You know, this thing called motorcycling that we all love is truly awesome. And while there are many aspects that are amazing about it, one thing's for sure. It's not the safest thing that we can do with our time. So we wear protective gear, the most common of which is a helmet. In this segment of the Bike Bandit Garage, we're going to teach you how to properly fit a motorcycle helmet. Here at BikeBandit.com, we sell helmets from many of the most recognized, highest quality brands in the world. But while quality of a helmet is important, one thing that gets overlooked way too often is simply making sure it fits properly. The truth is, an inexpensive helmet that is properly fitted will give you more protection in a crash than an $800 top-of-the-line race replica that wobbles around on your head because it's too big. The most important aspect of a helmet being able to do its job is not the brand, or what it's made out of, or maybe how much it costs, but that it fits you properly. Now you might be thinking, great, my helmet fits me just fine. Well, before you say that, studies by helmet manufacturers show that up to 2/3 of buyers purchase helmets that are at least one size too big, because that's what they find to be comfortable.
I can't breathe in this thing!
The trouble is, helmets that are too big won't protect you properly and could actually be dangerous to you if you crash. So to make sure that you're getting the most for your money and getting a helmet that will do its job when you need it to, we're going to show you a simple step-by-step process to finding a helmet that will be the perfect fit for you. To start off, there are two elements to choosing a helmet that will fit you properly. First, determining your head size, then determining your head shape. Now, with those two aspects determined, you'll be able to narrow down your options to the helmets that will fit you properly. So that's where we'll start. Step one is determining your head size. This is the easy part because getting the right size is simply a matter of taking a single measurement around the crown of your head. To do this, all you have to do is take a cloth measuring tape and wrap it around your head just above the eyebrows, and that'll determine your head size. If you don't happen to have one of those, you can also use something like a bootlace or a piece of ribbon. Then line that up on a regular measuring tape. Just make sure that whatever you use doesn't stretch or it'll throw off your measurements. Now remember that most helmet brands use metric units, so record your measurements in centimeters and in inches as a backup. So once you have that done, you can refer to size charts from any of the helmet manufacturers to determine what size helmet will fit your head properly. If you did nothing else but this one step, you'd be going a long way in making sure your new helmet fits you properly and will do its job when you need it most. But you don't just want your helmet to fit, you want it to fit comfortably, so you can ride in it for hours at a time, year after year. To achieve the perfect fit, we're also going to have to determine the shape of your head in addition to the size. For starters, this has nothing to do with the shape of your face, which a lot of people think. Here's what we actually mean by head shape. While two riders might have the exact same head circumference, one rider might have a head shape that is more round, with a front-to-back measurement that's about the same as their measurement from side to side, while the other rider might have a head shape that is more oval, with a front-to-back measurement that is quite a bit longer than their side-to-side measurement. So for this reason, while both riders would be numerically a, for instance, size medium, a helmet that fits one rider perfectly would be uncomfortable for the other by creating hot spots or areas of excess pressure on the head. And this is exactly why so many people buy helmets that are too big for them, because they're looking for a way to relieve the pressure they feel in various places on their heads. Now you can see why it's so important to find the right head shape, in addition to size. So let's show you how to figure out what yours is. The simplest way to do this is to take your cell phone and snap a photo of yourself from directly overhead. Then compare the shape of your head with the diagrams you see here. If you have long hair, you can put a headband over it and do the same thing. Now, we know doing this is a little subjective, because instead of being a strict measurement like size is, you'll have to use a little guesstimation in this one. But if your head isn't obviously round or oval shaped, don't worry, it probably means your head shape is intermediate oval, which is what the vast majority of people are, and consequently, the shape that most manufacturers make their helmets by default. When helmet makers don't specify a certain head shape, you can assume that their helmets are intermediate oval in shape, which is what major brands like HJC and Shoei do. But what if you find that your head does have a distinct round or oval shape, or that you tend to be uncomfortable in most standard helmets? Luckily, some manufacturers do make helmets with models that correspond with specific head shapes. The best example to use for different head shapes is Arai. Arai puts more effort than any other manufacturer into achieving a perfect fit. They don't just study the shape of the head, but the location of the eyes, the ears, cheeks, and jaw, and even taking skull measurements to continuously optimize the fit of their helmets. So in their lineup, they offer the Defiant, which is more round than their intermediate oval helmets, the RX-Q, which is an intermediate oval and their most popular model, and finally, this is the Signet Q, which is 10 millimeters longer front to back than the RX-Q, for those of you with long oval head shapes. Now their flagship, the Corsair X, is also intermediate, but it's a little closer to round than the RX-Q. And after that, to take it even a step further, Arai also offers a number of different pad and liner sizes, so you can swap into your helmet anytime you like, and you have 14 different configurations. Fine-tune the fit, get it perfect. So once you've determined your head size and your head shape and ordered a helmet that you like that meets your criteria, it's time to do the most important part, trying it on. You can research helmet fits until you're blue in the face, but if it doesn't pass the head test, you're not going to be comfortable in it for hours at a time, year after year. First, the most important place to make sure a helmet fits you is in the crown, around the top of your head. So try this trick. Pop the cheek pads out and try the helmet on that way first. This is so that you can focus only on the crown without being distracted by the way it feels around your face. The helmet should feel snug around your entire head, without creating uncomfortable pressure spots anywhere. If it seems to fit, you're in a good shape, and so let's move to step 2. Pop the cheek pads back in, and now try it on. This time, you're focusing on how it feels around your entire face and head. A properly fitting helmet should be a little tough to slide on, but feel comfortably snug once it's in place. By way of the chin bar, yank the helmet up and down, side to side. And if it pulls your head around with it securely, that's a proper fit. To compare, look at this helmet that is one size too large. You can see how the helmet wobbles around independently of the head like this. That is an improper fit. It is too large, allowing it to slide around on your head. And guess what? That's exactly what will happen in a crash, and your helmet will not protect you properly. Now let's do the same test with a helmet that is too small. You can see this one is a real struggle to slide on over the head, and when it's on, it immediately creates excessive pressure on the head and squeezes the cheeks uncomfortably. This might protect you better than one that is too large, but it will be uncomfortable and even painful to wear, and it won't be long before you're shopping for a new one. The happy medium, snug and secure, but not uncomfortable. Right on the money. One thing to note here, if you love the helmet and it fits you great in the crown, but the cheeks are either too loose or too tight, you may be in luck, because most manufacturers do offer cheek pads in different sizes, so you can just swap them out to truly achieve the perfect fit. Finally, step 3 is to simply wear the helmet around the house for about half an hour. We recommend doing this to see if any uncomfortable areas emerge over time, but before you actually take it out on a ride. We want you to be able to return it if it's not perfect for you, but once you ride in it, well, you bought it. So make sure you're going to be 100% comfortable in it for the long haul. We know helmet fitting can sometimes be a confusing and overwhelming topic, but we hope this video helped make choosing a helmet a little bit easier for you. If you have any questions whatsoever about anything we covered today, please never hesitate to call, email, or even just leave a comment right here on our video. We'll get back to you right away. Just remember, snug is better than loose. It can save your life. So there you have it, folks. Just a quick video on how to properly fit a motorcycle helmet. Nothing too hard, but so vital for your safety and comfort. If this is your first time joining us here in the BikeBandit garage, do yourself a favor, hit the red button and subscribe to our channel. With each new video, you'll be in the loop learning more about motorcycles and how to enjoy your time behind the handlebars just that much more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Now it's time to go ride.